All right, guys, this should go pretty quickly. We're going to do the video here for right triangle trig objective 1. If you have not watched the right triangle intro, which is in the intro materials for this unit, I would strongly suggest that you go back and watch the intro um, before you watch this, because some of the things in here, like you're not going to understand what tan R means before you have seen that intro. Now, since I'm assuming you guys have all watched the intro, the thing that we know is at the top of every single page, we need to write out our relationships. So I'm going to make that O look a little bit better. So, TOA. Now, those things are going to help us when we get into the actual questions. So let's look at this first one. What is the value of tangent R in the diagram? So since it says R, the very first thing I need to do in each one of these problems is to identify, so let me do this. Let's go step 1, identify theta. Remember, theta is the reference angle. I need to draw where my theta is at on every single one of these problems. So since it says that it's going to be tangent of R, R becomes my theta. Okay, so now that I've got theta, step 2 is going to be label sides. So since I have theta, I know that this diagonal is going to be my, here, let's do a different color because the orange. The diagonal is my hypotenuse. If I go across, oh my gosh, this is being ridiculous. If I go across from my reference angle, I know that that is called opposite. And the one that's next to my reference angle is adjacent. Now you're going to get to the point where you can just label them H, O, and A, and that's fine. I'm looking for tangent, so I need to go look at my TOA. Okay, so that means that I know the tangent of R equals opposite over adjacent. If you're not sure where that came from, it comes from right there. O divided by A. We can even put divided by in there. Okay, it comes from O divided by A from the TOA. Now, I'm going to take now and look at my opposite is 35. So I'm going to plug in 35 in the top of my fraction. So I'm just taking this and moving it down here. And my adjacent is 12. So I'm going to put 12 in the bottom. Now, you would also need to simplify this. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking 35 I can divide by 5 and 7. 12 I can divide by 4, 6, 3. I'm not really seeing any common multiples, so I think that's probably going to be my final answer. So there's that one. In a right triangle, which of the following is the definition of the tangent ratio? This one's really, I mean, this one's pretty basic, guys. This is just a definition. If I need to, obviously, I can go back here and I can look at TOA. And I see that TOA means it's opposite over adjacent. So I'm going to look for opposite over adjacent. So that's opposite over hypotenuse. No, that's adjacent over hypotenuse. No, adjacent over opposite. Here's my TOA. See, O over A means that's my correct answer. That's for tangent. If it was for sine, cosine, it'd be different. All right, and finally, yes, this last one for this objective. Right triangle ABC is shown with the dimensions given. What is the sine of A? Okay, so step 1. Here, let me copy my steps down here. Where's that button on my stylus? There it is. Let's copy, paste. There we go. All right. There we go. Okay, so step 1 was identify theta. It says that it's sine of A. So A is my theta. I'm going to mark my theta right there. All right, now I'm going to label my sides. That's step 2. So H is always a great place to start. My diagonal side, or the side across from the right angle, is always my hypotenuse. Across from the reference angle, or the theta, that becomes my opposite. And then attached to the reference angle is going to be my adjacent. Well, now I know sine means opposite over hypotenuse, O over H. So I'm just going to take O over H, and that is going to be 3 over 5. So the correct answer to this one would be 3/5. So there's 3 examples. Obviously, if you're struggling, find me, find Mr. Hayden, ask for some help. But those are some of the easier ones. If you haven't watched the intro, make sure you go watch that.